Hey, happy Wednesday to all you out there. Today I wanted to talk about the most popular sleep training methods to get your child sleeping or to improve your child's sleep. Um, so today, I wanted to address this because I get a lot of parents asking, like, what sleep training methods can I use? Like, I don't want my child to be crying it out. I don't want them to be, left alone to cry until the morning. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to do that. That is just one small portion of sleep training methods that you do not have to use. You can use what works best for your family, for your baby, for their temperament, for, whatever suits them and you best. And if cry it out or leaving them to cry alone is not that, then you, by all means, do not have to use it. So let's get that out of the way because that I think is a huge barrier for a lot of parents. They don't want to sleep train because they feel like that's going to hurt their baby in some way because they're going to be crying or whatever. And not just babies but toddlers as well. I will be saying babies, but at the same time I mean toddlers as well. So maybe I'll try to say children. But anyways, so yeah. So the thing about sleep training though that most parents don't understand and they need to understand is that there will be tears regardless. The older the baby gets, the more likely there will be tears and the more tears there will be. This is because older babies are really set in their ways. And if you're taking away a sleep prop, such as nursing them to sleep, rocking them to sleep, bouncing them to sleep, swaying them to sleep, taking them on a car ride to get to sleep, if you're taking that away and they're an older baby, they're set in their ways. They're expecting that every time that they go to sleep or wake up from sleep. So when you take that away, they're not going to be impressed with you. They're going to protest and they're going to be upset. But the amount of crying that happens is up to you. And that is totally something that you have to decide as a parent what you're okay with. But there will be crying. There just will be. It's inevitable with sleep training. That's not to say that you're going to leave your kid to cry it out, of course. But so there's a few different methods that you can use. So I'm just going to go over some of them today for you. The first one that I wanted to talk about is called the no tears methods. The name can kind of sound like there's going to be no tears at all. There will be tears, but there won't be many because it is a very, very, very gentle sleep training method that you can use. So these no tears methods are usually done on babies that are like between 3 to 6 months of age. I do want to mention that when you start applying sleep training methods, you don't really apply them to babies that are newborns, so 0 to 2 months. You don't really apply these methods to them. What you do with them is you just follow awake times and nap times. You make sure that you're giving them the proper awake time and the proper amount for a nap. So that they're getting a total amount of daytime sleep. You don't want to exceed that daytime sleep with a newborn because if you do, then night sleep is going to be terrible because they will have gotten too much daytime sleep. So they won't be tired enough come nighttime and they'll be waking a lot. So you just want to make sure that you're following awake times and capping naps for newborns. That is 0 to 2 months. So when we get into the no tears methods, which is what you can start applying at 3 months old, you apply this method between 3 to 6 months. And so these kind of methods are very, very gentle. They do take longer. They take between 4 to 12 weeks to get results because they're so gentle. So there's a few different methods you can use for no tears. One of them is the 5 S's. Another one is the shush pat method. Another method is pick up, put down. And the last method is patting, rocking, and back rubs. So those three methods are, is there four? Yeah, those four methods are very, very gentle. So they take a little longer to do, but there's basically not many tears happening here. You're comforting your baby through the whole thing. So yeah, those were that one is the one that we do for 3 to 6 months. And then we want to move on to like firmer methods. Once your baby hits around 6 months old, the way that we want to sleep train them is a bit more firmer. I mean, you can still use the gentle methods if you prefer, but those are usually for like younger babies. For when the baby gets older, we try to use a more firmer method because they are set in their ways and they do need, um, it'll still be a gentle removal of you as a sleep prop, but it's just a more firmer method. So one that we can use for babies 6 months and up is the quick checks method. Uh, this method is in between a gentle method and crying it out. So it's like right in between there, and it allows the parent to comfort their child while allowing them the space to learn how to fall asleep on their own. So quick checks. You would be comforting them in timed intervals, and you want to give them that space though to be able to do it on their own. Whereas before with the no tears methods, you're really not giving them that space. You're still gently removing yourself as a sleep prop, but you're doing it very, very gently. You're really not removing yourself as quickly as you would with the firmer method of quick checking. So yeah, it's something that is really good for 6 months and up, as I said before, and it can take around 2 to 5 days to get results around there. And so, also, I wanted to mention that this method is also called the fading method. Some people call it the fading method. So yeah, that method is one that I used personally with my son, and it worked amazing. Okay, so for the next method, it's called the chair in room method. This method is good also for ages 6 months and up. It takes about 1 to 2 weeks to get results. And this is great for parents who have a baby with separation anxiety, and they don't like being without their parent. So you can use this method to really reassure your baby that you're in there in the room with them, and you can comfort them crib side and slowly move your chair away from their crib until you're outside of the room. Once you're outside of the room, that means that your baby is falling asleep independently and does not no longer need you as a sleep prop. So very gentle, takes a little longer, but also a very good one for babies who have a separation anxiety, or for parents who just feel more comfortable being in the room with their baby. Um, so yeah, and then so the last method, which is not really that popular, and is not really one that I personally will be teaching, but it's one that does work, is the cry it out method or extinction method. So this is true extinction. This is the fastest method to get results. Between 1 and 3 days, you get results. And it's the hardest one to commit to and stick to because of what it entails. I don't know a lot of parents who can sit there and listen to their baby cry for hours on end, and just leave them there. But some parents can deal with crying and some can't. So you have to do what you feel is best for you. With crying it out, I feel like most people who do cry it out, they are desperate. They have tried all these other methods. Nothing is working. They're at their wits' end. They're exhausted and they're desperate for sleep. So this is their next option. It's not really one that parents jump to first. Some parents do, but I mean, it's not really common to do that. So this is great for parents who are comfortable leaving their baby to cry. So with this method, what you do, you put your baby in their crib at bedtime and you do not go back in until morning, 12 hours later. So if they're crying, you just leave them to cry. That's hence the word crying it out. Like I said, fastest one to get results, hardest one to commit to. So those are the four sleep training methods that are the most popular that you can use to sleep train your baby. I go into more detail about these things in my group, Sleep Little One. I actually just added an infographic about it in there, and I will be adding more content into that group so that I go over these things in more depth. I literally just started this group, but it's going to be amazing and great. And so I'd love for you to come join and get all the info and tips and advice you need to get your child or baby sleeping in a way that is developmentally appropriate. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.